Hello. Yep.
Oh.
Hello.
All right, so who's all here?
Septimus president accounted for.
Right on.
Regan.
All right, hey Mary.
Ulrich, and actually clothes again, because it was a little bit an embarrassing thing.
I would say you just gotta wait for Gaius to show back up here now, and he probably just stepped away for a
But
second.
he told us that might take a longer while until he's able to show up.
Yeah. He's family.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm just about to get started here now, or get ready. So just give me a few more minutes, and I'll be ready to rock and roll. All right, you guys, y'all ready? Are you ready? Oh, cool. I didn't realize that. Usually everyone can see everybody's else's, but that's cool. I like that. Because I can see everyone's. I can see everyone's. Okay, so first of all, this is very important what we're about to do. I need everyone to go into the character sheets, go to your inventory page, and I want you to click on everything that you are currently wearing and or carrying.
What do you mean click on it?
On the character sheet, you'll see a little bag icon or as a little vest
Yes.
icon.
Yep.
If you click on those, it changes it from being on your person or to wearing it or to not having it. And it affects your total carried, what you're carrying, right? Your weight.
Yes, of course. Yes.
And there's an equipped thing you could actually click on.
Because some people have a lot of stuff carried.
Also, I don't know if everybody's aware, but you can use that location.
That's right.
Like I have a riding horse, and I've got my arbalest and the bolts. Those are normally on my horse. I don't carry them on my back. So if you just put in that location, horse, riding, it automatically it subjugates those two items underneath the horse.
Yeah, that's right.
So if you have a backpack, you could do the same thing to specifically say where items are.
Because I'm looking at old scrawny Alaric, and he's got 15 units worth of weight.
Yes. But those 15 units are the alchemist kit and my armor, and that's all. That's actually adding a lot to the weight.
Well, and armor, actually, if you're wearing the armor, it doesn't count.
It doesn't? Okay.
I don't think so. I thought I read somewhere that it's the encumbrance based on carrying it, not wearing it. I could be wrong. I might be confusing it with Warhammer.
Well, we shall see.
Yeah, but nevertheless, I can actually carry that. That's not a problem.
Yeah, so you can wear up to double your brawn points of encumbrance.
Yep.
And I don't see where that affects where it's not counted against weight if you're wearing it.
Yeah, I must be confusing them with Warhammer. Please apologize.
No, it's no problem. So once we all have a quick look at our weights and see what we're carrying, we should be good. Mary, I'm not hearing you. I just want to make sure that your mic is working.
I'm here.
Oh, perfect. Okay, good. Okay. So just let me guys know when everybody's ready with your equipment, and I will begin this. Oh, I got something planned for you guys.
Probably shouldn't have been a nut.
So there is 8 Doom so far in the pool. And I know that Gaius is not here, so I'm going to add his Doom to it anyway. He starts off with 2. Oh, I don't have enough Doom in this game.
That will change shortly.
Okay, so quick recap from last game. You guys were just remembering if it was a big storm outside, and you guys were all in the household of Ronaldo, and you guys were all attacked. Everyone turned out relatively unscathed except for Regan. She had a small wound, but in the last couple of days she got herself patched up pretty good, and she's doing okay. You guys discovered that something was missing from Ronaldo's possessions. Some sort of small or object in some sort of safe behind like a picture. So it's kind of that was kind of gone missing. But you guys all decided that you would go to the local market and purchase a few workers, I guess, to work in your new establishment. It's not so much a tavern as it is more of a shop with a store in the background, or with a little place, a coffee shop in the background. I don't want you guys to think it's a big sprawling tavern or anything, but it's a place where you do get a scattered patron come in, and people also buy wares. You guys haven't reopened everything yet since the attack inside the tavern. The town guard was there, and they collected the body of Ronaldo, and I keep saying Ronaldo. I know that's not it. But anyway, so you guys decided to reopen the business. Septimus has gone into some form of depression because it's not what he wanted to be doing in his life. So he was spending a few days out, roaming the streets and trying to gain some money in the taverns and in the gambling halls. But he did manage to make contact with a potential employer, and which I will reveal to you later when the time is right. But you later on in the afternoon now, you have been told to Septimus has been instructed to meet down into the docks to meet his new employer. Now, so I just wanted to share this image with everyone. This is the new map that I'm going to be using. You guys, I posted it there today on the Google Plus page. And currently you guys are in the location of this red circle. And that's the tiered market and also the square of Anu. So this is where the general business is taking place. This is the big popular area. This is where all the merchants are coming in and opening up their shops. This is where the slave traders are currently setting up their wares as well. And very, very busy. And you guys have been spending most of the morning down here. The low docks have been, and all around the coastal area, there actually has been setting up with this new celebration, the celebration of summer. And it usually results in these old school, fishermen and sailors who don't really have a chance to show their worshiping of the traditional gods of the sea. But over the last several years now, it's become more and more accepted practice in Missantia to allow these gods to be kind of noticed at this time. So it's a lot of activity taking place. Now, now the next thing I am going to show you
on the map of Messania. I'm sorry to interrupt, but
no problem.
On the map of Messania, what district is the tavern that we came into possession?
The tavern, I'll draw a little square there, but it's up near the pit area. So it's kind of on the northwestern coast. I'll put a little small square in the area of where your tavern is.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you.
So, Missantia, for those who have been having trouble understanding or remembering what it looks like, it is a Greece-style looking city. All right, lots of marble buildings and columns and high spires. Lots of statues. Very high class, very rich looking community. And in the last day or so, Shemitic ships have been showing up at the waterfront. And these ships are the slaver ships that have been showing up in town that have been bringing on lots of wares. So you guys have been waiting for this. You're going to go down and you're actually going to purchase a few individuals to work in your shop. Okay, so is there any questions so far?
How much money do we have to actually buy some slaves?
You guys have a total of 20 gold. That was what you guys put into the pool.
Okay, then
we also did have those 6 unidentified items that I would imagine we probably would try to sell during the downtime, but because they weren't standard value, I thought we were going to take care of that ahead of time.
Well, this is actually the prime place for you guys to get some pretty good prices on this stuff.
Excellent. Yes, in the market, of course.
Right? Now, is there any other questions?
Not yet. I heard several rumors, but let's see how things develop. Maybe I can do a thing about that.
Good.
So you guys are all wandering throughout the marketplace. Now, are you guys going to be sticking together, or are you guys going to be spreading out, kind of doing your own thing? Walking in groups or solo, or...
Who has the money?
Sounds like you don't.
That means I'm sticking close to whoever has the money.
That would probably have been Gaius, but because we haven't seen him.
That makes it even more plausible that he has the money. So where is he?
He's on one of those ships heading back to Shem.
You know, for 20 gold, we could get 10 lazy bastards as slaves, or maybe a handful of quite good workers. So
For 20 gold, you can buy one of those galleys.
yeah, but without anyone to row them. Do you want to row them by yourself? It's a very expensive wood for your fireplace, you know.
So it's early morning, probably mid-morning now, getting close to noon. The sun's starting to get high into the sky, and the marketplace is now starting to get really busy. The slave trading market now is just starting to get formed up. You can see lines of people line up now, all in various signs of distress. They've all been cleaned, of course, but they're all been stripped of any clothing. They're all bound, they're all tied up, and they're all, got their heads down. Cruel-looking, Shemetish sailors or traders are walking around them, and they're jabbing and poking them if they don't seem to be looking upright at the right time, or are looking, happy. So they're trying to obviously make sure that their wares are in good order. So if anyone wanted to try to get a value of these particular items, it'll be a D2. Let me see.
Society probably.
Yeah, it's D2 society roll, or a D1 thievery.
Oh, well, I actually might know a bit about that. Of course, mostly book learning. So, yeah, I could actually take a look at each of those items and see what I can guess what they are worth.
Well, it's not so you can guess the value. It's for you to probably know, or where you can think you can get the best value for the objects. Okay. These are strange looking objects that they have some sort of, obviously, you think they have some sort of religious connotation attached to it, but it doesn't really, but they're kind of strange runes on it, something that you're not that familiar with, but they do have that religious look and feel to them.
I don't mind. I sell everything. I don't have any restriction. If it's worth gold, it's okay.
Okay. So Elric, are you going to search the marketplace for potential buyers?
Oh yeah. And who has the gold? I think it's probably the best that Septimus might keep it, because if anyone wants to take it from him, that could be a bad idea. So, but the items, I suppose. At least I take a look at my contacts. I actually made some in jail last night.
Yes.
they Nothing like making new friends.
I wouldn't go so far as to call them friends, but let's see if I land there several times. So, trying to get a good price.
Okay.
So it's a D1 thievery, yes?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, let's start it right away with take one doom, because you never know. That's the third die, and I do the thievery part. Probably buying or selling stuff is dangerous. That's a little bit weird.
What happened there?
Yeah, I was wondering. I used thievery, but why did it list all my attacks here? Weird. That's weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
At least two successes on that one.
That's kind of weird because your skill is 12 with a focus of 2. And there he goes. Yeah, okay. So you did manage to find a particular buyer. They are willing to sell it to you for 5 gold per item. Or if you want to spend that momentum, you might be able to raise it up a bit.
Oh yes, I spent the momentum.
All right, so you're going to spend the 1 momentum, so that the buyer is offering for you a total of 7 gold per items.
For 6 items, so 42 gold. Yes.
Yes.
All right, that's perfect. Let's make the deal.
So you guys are going to sell it for 72 or 42, sorry.
42. Anyone against it?
No.
That's more money than I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's at least that's a bit of money. Yes, of course. So for 42 gold, all the items. To a very, very trustworthy trader here, of course.
All right, so I'm going to assume that Septimus is the current money holder because he's the big, strong one.
Yeah, did Septimus or Regan witness my negotiation?
You guys are all kind of hanging together. Yep.
Yeah.
Damn it. I mean. Oh yes, I will hand him the full 42 gold, of course. You know, why wouldn't I think about anything else?
Well, that's why specifically I asked if everyone was kind of sticking together, so just to make sure there's everything is in the up and up. You know what I mean, Frank?
Yes, and I'm regretting it right now.
Regan is just looking on, very amused.
So we have 62 gold now as part of the startup funds for the tavern.
Correct. Now, I am looking for something here. And you know, I gotta go to the web to get my image. I didn't save my image to where I needed to.
Damn it, I actually have to work on my business acumen because I'm too loyal and too trustful to become a great businessman. I knew that, but this is a pain. I will work on it.
Regan would like to visit her Shemtish friend.
Yeah, that's no problem. You know right where the artisan, the woodcrafter, has set up, and it's not out of the way. It's in the general area, so no problem at all.
So yeah, she's gonna visit. Look what he's got.
Ah, Regan, I'm glad you come back to see me today.
Well, I was in the area. Come by, say hi. Have,
Someday when I'm not so busy and obviously not in the greatest selling day of the year, we should sit down and I can talk to you about who taught me how to make the bows on my when I was younger and traveled in your lands. I met some of your fine people.
Oh yeah, I'd actually.
So, tell me of this person that you somehow managed to upset. That's been the talk of the town here lately. That the old warrior apparently seems pretty upset.
So, at this point, Regan's gonna kind of look to this bit bashfully. Oh, just in a tavern. All I wanted was a drink. This guy came up, crap, Hurricanian, and I could tell it was gonna go bad, so I tried to head off the best I could. I didn't know who he was.
Well, I can tell you right now, there's been talks of him walking all around town ever since this happened, looking for you. So, if I was you, I'd keep my eyes open.
And that puts her hand her just kind of that kind of comfort. Oh, it's
So as you guys are talking, he says, my friend, here, let me give you this." And he hands to you an item. And that item is a load of arrows. It's considered a volley, so a load of arrows. So you can give yourself another load of arrows to go into your inventory if you wish. If you don't already have one. I don't think you do, actually.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Actually, wanted to see the bows you.
Bows I have. Yes, of course. Here, and he brings up this latest. Let me bring it up for you here so I can show it to you. So,
oh, that's perfect. That's exactly what you're getting.
this is from my time when I was in the Bosnian marches, and I took up some time to learn how they make their longbows there. It takes a special type of wood to make these bows.
It's beautiful. Experiment. He's not gonna fully pull it back. Back. Kind of a little feel. Oh, this is not.
Is Mary dropping out for the other people?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the push to talk. Maybe you're not holding it down all the way.
Hello.
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 It's dropping out a tiny bit, but my connection is not the best tonight either. So.
Well, you're coming across fine. Her whenever she spoke, she was broken. Like half of every sentence seemed to be dropping out.
Yep.
How's this? Is this any better?
Much better.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I just had to adjust the sensitivity.
You're a soft-spoken individual, Mary.
Yeah. When I was in Japan, they called me Shika, which means quiet.
Right on. So yeah, this
I've never been accused of that.
So unique sensitivity, Shane.
so normally those particular bows go for a price of about 5 or 8 gold. But because of your ally, he's your friend, and he likes who you are, and he's reminded of his youth when he talks to you, he offers you that particular deal that was mentioned in the where's the two now? So yeah, he's offering it to you for 4 gold pieces.
Oh yeah, I will definitely take it. And at the same time, I'll also throw in for another load of arrows.
And for that, just 1 gold.
Okay. So 5 gold.
So this old Shemetish woodcrafter now, he's probably in his late 70s, and he's grizzled, and he's a small-framed individual, small of stature, but he's got the biggest and kindest grin on his face, his big smile. His eyes are bright, and just the fact that you were talking to him and everyone else who's kind of circling around the area in the marketplace is just so, they're so attracted to the Hykarian warrior that's standing in front of him, or the fact that he's making these trades or these deals with these fine crafted bows, and he's loving it. Everyone else is loving it, and he's hoping that you're enjoying your time there. And he says to you, he's like, "Oh yeah, come back anytime, come back and visit. I love to talk to you about the days when I traveled in your country. Beautiful people up there."
And Regan will bow and thank him. Oh no, thank you. I really appreciate this. I've been looking at getting one of these for a little while now. I can't wait to test it out.
I trust me and believe me when I tell you it will fly straight and true for you.
And with that, she'll say thank you, and she'll turn back to the group.
Okay.
So soon. I was actually betting with Septimus that you two get a room soon. But well.
Hey, that's how rumors get started. Easy.
Yeah. People tell all sorts of things all the time.
And this old guy, right? This artisan there, this craftsman, he looks up at Alric and he's like, he kind of looks at him, gives him a sharp look, and he's like, "There's enough bad talk going on around here. The last thing I need is someone else to try to tarnish this beautiful creature's reputation here. So you mind your manners when you're with her." And he gives you his fingers all crooked, but he looks at you really hard, right? You're not sure if he's pointing at you or not, but you know for a fact that he's meaning business with you.
Yeah, well, I'm a businessman too, but not of that kind. Manners. Of course, I always mind my manners. Don't worry. We will keep her safe. And her reputation, as far as we are able to.
I think she's more control. I think she's more able to look after yours, and I don't think she needs your help.
Yeah, well, let's hope it stays that way.
So the day is continuing on. You guys manage to sell some more gold, and all of a sudden, the big trumpet. You hear this trumpet noise in the background, which signals the time that the slave market has now become opened. Gaius was going to meet up with you in this particular time, but he's currently caught up with some other business right now, and but he said he will meet you at the square when the time is right. So you guys, obviously you guys can feel free. Yeah. So are you guys all going to head to the market, to the slave market?
Yeah, in walking over there, how many slaves and what types do you think we need?
Are you talking to me or everyone else?
To all the others, because
Well,
we are about to buy some slaves, so we will probably be not that happy if we buy some galley slave or so, because, well, rowing is not our business.
no, I mean, I can tell you from my experience on campaigns, the camp followers, we would need somebody um, somebody who could cook. We need some serving wenches. We'll need possibly some security. And I don't know if you want to even consider it, but maybe some girls for entertainment.
Okay, how about someone for maintaining the house?
We should
Yeah.
probably get somebody to oversee everybody else for when we're not there.
A major domo. That sounds like a paid position, though.
Yeah, or it's a more expensive type of slave if you trust them that far. Do you really want slaves as security? Do you want to arm slaves? Yes.
Well, I'm not arming them with nothing more than clubs, just to keep unruly patrons such as myself in line.
Okay. Well,
it's either that or we hire some basically thugs to provide that kind of security. Because again, we're not always going to be here to watch over things.
yeah, I would say that the overseer or kind of administrator or so, that is probably a kind of paid job, not a slave's job, but the others, of course. The most important things first. Let's get a decent cook.
Yes.
Yeah, that's important.
Although I'm not sure the slave market, they're probably going to be selling them in, I mean, I don't know how they do it in Missanthia, but they're probably going to be selling them in groups, maybe individually. It'd be really interesting to see if they actually sell anybody on the market where they're extolling their cooking skills.
As you guys are talking and discussing this, suddenly you see a procession of the Royal Guard marching into the square.
Love that.
Ooh. What,
And in the background, you can hear the trumpets playing. Do 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 do. If that sounds like a trumpet at all, I need to get my soundboard working. But yeah, so you see a bunch of these particular troops come in, and there's about 6 or 7 of them that you can see right now, and in the troops seem to be led by this particular individual.
All right, Sean Bean.
So is he gonna die by the end of this episode?
He dies in every episode. So you see these individuals start to walk in, and they're pushing people out of the way, and they're walking up towards the front of the market where all the slaves and stuff are. And they seem to be pushing people away, and they make way for the voice. Make way for the voice. And they're pushing people back and forth and stuff like that, right? So this is what's going on in the background.
Yeah, let's get a little bit closer to get everything they are about to, I'm curious. What are they about to do?
Septimus nods and says, "Yeah, I agree. I'd like to see what they have to say as well."
Regan's on her tiptoes trying to see everything because this is something she's never seen before.
Right short in the background, jumping up over everyone's shoulders, right? Let me see, let me see.
She's like that little Jack Russell Terrier. Don't.
He'll have to get on the Septimus's shoulders and see. So yeah, so they're obviously, as you guys are making your way up a little closer, you can see that these guards and this particular leader, and let me get his name for you. His name, your attention, my name is Petralis. Now, oh shit. I take a random name generator and it sounds like Harry Potter. Perfect. That just ruins. Sorry, that just ruins the immersion. So I'm going to call a GM mulligan on that one, and I'm going to say Petros Halis on that one.
That's a good. I like that switch. That's good.
Yeah, could you write it in the chat?
Yep, I shall. I shall do that.
He's the king's voice. So there are lots of people running around being the king's body parts. That's interesting.
Oh, and then Regan is gonna say, "Oh, you know, I heard something. The king. I guess the king was apparently sick, and now he's not. Don't know the details, but I heard that somewhere."
Well, you know these royals. They have one night of drinking too heavily, and all of a sudden they're on their death's bed.
And at that, she's gonna rub her shoulder a little bit, thinking, "I'm never drinking again."
The last time I drank, I got stabbed.
Okay, how much? How much do you bet on that?
Well, it's not necessarily true because she did actually stop and get some ale.
And got into another fight.
Yes, that's true.
You know, things happen, even if you don't want to drink. But actually, being drunk makes things more bearable. You know, do you know how it feels if someone put an ostrich feather right up your ass? I didn't know until yesterday.
Alric, I hope you're talking in character.
Yes, of course. Of course.
Regan's gonna kind of look out of the side of her eyes. She doesn't quite know what to say.
Yeah, well, with that comment, your attention is quickly drawn back to the front of the grand display now of these particular guards and Petros. And I have a grand announcement from the messenger of the king. Would like to bring to your attention that those have tried to subvert the king, to harm the king. Any of these activities will not be tolerated. And he yells this out. The king has granted to display executions of those who try to undermine his authority and to harm the king. These people, and this guard points towards a kind of like a back alley where there's more of these particular Argosian guards are, and he says these people have been found guilty of treason, attempted murder of the king, of poisoning. and to make sacrifices to the great gods of the sea, has determined that these people shall be sacrificed. Now, this is a little different to what you're all familiar with, because Mysantia is primarily a Mitrian religion. It has a strong Mitrian background. And all of a sudden, here's some individual saying that these traders are going to be sacrificed.
Yeah, I heard some rumors that they rounded up some priests of other cults. That is an unknown thing that is happening. Actually, they did round up some Mitrian priests too, yes?
Yeah, and I thought they actually shut down some Mitrian temples.
Well, that's the problem with priests. They get bored anytime soon, and then you get some kind of religious war and something going on. But if you keep your mouth shut and out of the way, you will be fine. Oh, what about Gaius?
Gaius is still not there, but Gaius is not a member of a particular church there. He is a priest now of Mitra, but he's not a recognized member of any of the churches there, so it's not like he's a target that you think of. But who knows? He's not there, so you guys don't know. Maybe he could be in the list. He's probably about to come out in the lineup.
What? No. He will be fine. I'm very, very convinced that this is the case.
So
yeah, actually, who is in the lineup? Do I know someone there?
Well, one of the individuals that, as they kind of the procession of individuals that are coming out to the executional area, they're starting to walk past you, and the first person that comes out, he appears to be a very well-kept man. Ignore the title up on the top. Don't look at the where it says the royal voice. That's not the case. But anyway, this individual, he seems to be coming up. And Frank, I want you to make because you are the spy master of the group. So I would like for you to make what's the best thing for this one?
Is it to know some people?
To know, I'm going to say it's insight.
Insight, okay.
It's a D1 insight check.
All right, let's do it. We still don't have group momentum. I think it's important, and I don't want to keep you low on Doom, so take one Doom.
Okay. Oh, so first of all, before we go further, I'm gonna just remind everyone. I know I talked to you guys about it already, but I know Regan is not aware of it. If you guys are going to spend Doom, double-click on the Doom number in your character sheet. That way, I can make sure I capture everything. Here we go.
Okay, so taking one Doom.
Okay.
And inside D1. Okay.
Yes.
Roll it. What? Why did it roll more dice?
Okay.
I only +1. That's weird.
Okay. Where's your insight skill here? I'm gonna roll it.
That's weird.
Are you clicking on the icon?
I did click on the icon on the inside skill. I have target number 11, focus of 1. Let me check with a different skill. Let me check for another skill.
Okay.
It always rolls 5 dice. I don't know why.
What is on to go there?
Something's wrong.
Because if I click on your insight list, your insight skill,
Yeah.
it comes up and it says that.
Okay, let me rejoin. Maybe that helps. I could rejoin in Fantasy Grounds. Let's see if that helps. Because that's weird. It rolls all the time only 5 dice. That's not normal. Weird. I didn't see that one at all anytime.
Yeah, that is kind of weird, isn't it?
So yeah, it's loading.
It's odd that all those knives are tied to your roll.
Yeah,
Okay, so
that's what I find weird too.
so I had one additional die for Doom, and let me make the roll. Let's see if that turns up correct this time.
There we go.
Okay, so yeah, rejoining was the remedy.
So you got a momentum, but you also got a complication.
And I don't have any talent to reroll this one.
Okay, so this is great. First of all, because you have rolled a 20, I am going to take the Doom on this particular case. So I'm now up to 14. What you see, and you have one potential momentum to use.
Yeah.
Would you like to use it to find out additional information?
Oh yes, of course. No, I'm the curious type. I spend lots of momentum for information.
Okay. So in this, the person that you see that stands out first of all is this individual. Now this individual, his name, based on the descriptions that you've heard and the background information that you've been making, and your little activities that take place in dark alleys, you know that this potential man, his name is Asher, and he's one of the members of the King's Court.
Wow.
But Lord Asher is also rumored to be one of the individuals that has been meeting up with the Stygians in the late nights, making trades or deals of some particular information.
Damn it. I'd really like to have a chat with him. You know what? They are led to the ships or where to the harbor by some guards. Yes.
They are being led through the square and are now standing up in the cleared area behind the guards in the market square.
Okay, I talked to Septimus and Regan. This guy there, the white-haired, white-bearded one. He's at least a member of the King's Court, and he might be might know a bit about the Stygian deal. The scepter of Mitra and so on. Maybe the Stygians are behind that. Should we grab it? Grab him?
This procession, they're going to be executed. Is that what I understand?
That is correct.
We could ask some questions and return him later, so that he could be executed later. That's not a problem. I don't want to interfere with the city's business.
I'm just having a hard time imagining Peter O'Toole being, evil. So.
What? I just try to be a lawful citizen, mostly lawful.
Just because he's meeting with the Stygians, allegedly, doesn't necessarily mean he wasn't trying to dissuade them from whatever they're doing. we don't necessarily know that he's in collusion with them.
Yeah, but we could ask him if we get hold of him.
I kind of look around, and I assume it's a rather large crowd in the market.
There is a
watching
fair crowd, and more is shown every moment.
Okay, well, we only need a little bit of a mass panic here, and then we can grab him. What do you think? Fire? What?
He says so innocently.
So now let me interrupt you guys. So that was what you discovered based on your insight check. All right, but you spent momentum.
Yeah.
And now that momentum also allows you to notice this particular individual.
Oh, wow.
And Elric, you know for a fact that you've seen this person before. In fact, you've actually spent the evening with this individual several weeks ago.
Yeah, a gentleman doesn't talk. But and she is how related to him?
You think that this is his daughter.
Yeah. Huh.
And as the procession of it, as the procession has been making its way forward, this individual actually looks in your direction. Now, doesn't give you any indication that she recognizes you, but does look directly at you for just the briefest of moments. And that sweet smell of perfume that you've talked about so strongly about, and you've reminded everybody about this sweet smell, this perfume of this beautiful lady that you spend time with is in your brain now, and you can almost, that smell is coming, you can't smell it, is not there, but now you smell it now. You know it's there, and you're like, oh my goodness.
I have a weird feeling of an upcoming moral dilemma that's not good. I'm not used to this. And where is Gaius as a spiritual leader to give advice? Damn it! Where's he when you need one? Where's the priest when you need one? Okay, let's talk about. I talked to Septimus and Regan. I know a girl, a certain girl, about that look, slowly pointing in this direction. We need to do something. I'm having a problem here.
Is there any indication from the procession that they intend to conduct the executions here in the public square, or are they going to do it elsewhere?
The fact that they've led these individuals up to a slightly raised platform and there's a big wooden block on it indicates that this is where they're going to do it.
Boy.
I look at Alric and I questioningly look at him. Are you sure this is what you want?
For the moment, yes. As sure as I can ever be. It's nearly as sure as if you would offer me some gold. Which is pretty sure for me. Which means let's do something. Okay, we need a fire, a big one, and a mass panic, and something else.
So as you guys are discussing, gosh,
I am going to step forward, and this may backfire. So get your tinder ready behind me. Um, I am going to speak at the Royal Guard
Mm-hmm.
past the voice, and basically shout out, "Stay your hand. These individuals have the right to address their accusers."
Okay. I was not expecting you to do that, so just give me 1 second here.
I'm going to use this skill.
Okay, so what does that allow? Your Merc Veteran skill. What does that allow you to do?
When persuading a group of soldiers or mercenaries not to take a particular action, the veteran can spend a doom to reduce the difficulty of the test by 1, so long as the soldier is not in combat.
Whew. Okay, so in this particular case, I would have said this was a D3. So I'm going to make that a D2 now.
Okay, and I'm assuming this would be a command or a persuade. I guess persuade.
I'm going to go with Persuade. Good,
We have no
good skill.
momentum.
Good skill.
Well, I'm going to, first off, I have to give you the
All
one
right.
doom to lower it to a D2.
Yep.
And then I'm going to give you 2 more.
Oh, excellent.
Wow.
Tell
What a
me
complication.
you can't roll that D20. You can't re-roll it. Please tell me you can't.
Persuade. I do not have any persuade talents. No.
Okay, so you okay. I'm gonna leave. Just hold on a second. Things have taken a rapid turn towards what I wasn't expecting to happen so quick.
Sorry, man.
It was going in that direction anyway, but I wasn't expecting it to just go from 0 to 100 so quickly. So I'm a little surprised. So first of all, I'm trying to find the image that I need for, because I didn't save it. Oh, wow.
I actually never thought I'd get a chance to use that talent.
I'm trying to when I'm writing the stories, I'm trying to change everything so they I'm trying to match everyone in particular's background story that they kind of have going. So but I wasn't expecting that one either.
Yeah, it's a great diversion.
Okay, so I will bring up the map of the yard. Oh, where's Gaius for you guys now?
No lie. And I'm gonna kind of talk over my shoulder to Regan, saying, "Let's. We may have to test your new bow out here."
She's gonna get a look on her face like, oh, what have I gotten myself into?
So very quickly, so seeing Alric in his background story did not manage to capture the name of the individual that he so quickly and fell in love with.
She never told me. She actually, I know her smell, but I don't know her name. Oh wait, she told me in parting, and that's actually in the story. Oh yes, wait for it. In parting, she told me she's called. Let's see. I have it somewhere here. Lengthy text, always pain to scroll down. Xilandra.
Salandra?
I posted into the chat. Wait for it. Here. This one.
Interesting. How come that's not... Hold on. Wow, I did not expect it to go from here to that point very quick. It's going exactly where I wanted it to, but not as fast as it did.
You can always count on us, man.
Yeah, I think it's pretty typical for us. There's trouble, we go there. There's no trouble, we create one.
Septimus is going to scan the crowd looking for Gaius's face.
Regan's gonna start kind of trying to figure out if there's a high point that she can get to.
All right, I'm almost there. I'm almost there.
And you know, it's really funny because if we had not tried to get up front, we may not even have seen the faces of these people. We were like,
yeah.
Oh, it's just background noise. But, oh no, Alaric wanted to take a look and see what was going on. So
yeah.
Well, that's what kind of caught me off guard. I was like, uh-oh. they're going to see this right off the get-go. Okay, so on the map, on the platform, you guys can all see that, right?
Yeah.
You have two squads, Argosian squads, and they're flanking the Alexandra, and they're also flanking Asher. Now I got to do Asher because I wasn't expecting Asher to even be alive at this point.
Oh wow! You can change anytime.
Just 1 second, guys. Yeah, guys, I'm just gonna get my dog. I'll be right back. He's scratching at the door to come in.
I've got my window open and my neighbors are making s'mores.
Oh, yum.
I know. I'm like, oh, I want a s'more.
Yeah. Depending on the actual smell, it depends on where I want to start the fire. You can imagine some smell occurring there on the marketplace very soon now.
Oh, so my neighbors kind of helped with the experience.
Actually, what should I actually set on fire?
Okay, so now that I'm back, now I got to create a quick character for Asher, who is living longer than already expected. Okay, so that's that much. And so the individual on the, sorry, what you see here is a group of two squads. One is a squad led by a normal toughened royal sergeant, or sorry, a Argosian guard sergeant. The other one is the person led by Sean Bean, and he is also a toughened character.
And were there more than just Zalandra and Asher in the procession?
Yes, there's dozens of them.
Gotcha. We'll assume they're in kind of the background. They're standing against the wall.
Yes, that's right. Just picture them. I'll make them a little bigger according to the map, just so to show that they're squads. So you have Argosian guard sergeants and Argosian guards, and you also have Royal Argosian guards, and that's the one with Sean Bean. So because you guys are in the yard here, I'm placing you right here. Because of the crowds and the people that's all blocked up around here and the attention that's here, any movement from in the zone or out of a zone will be a D1 check regardless.
Makes absolute sense.
All right, because it's block full. If you want to move and get closer to someone that's in the zone, it's still going to be a D1.
So where's the next zone? How far away are those people on the platform?
The zone itself is the barrier, or is the outline of the frame of the stage.
Ah, okay. And there are two wagons on the side, two carts. Or something?
Yes, just two carts. They're just there for descriptions, for the look of the map. But sure,
no,
I'm sure there's carts in the area. So yes.
They are probably flammable. You know, it's.
You really want to light something on fire.
No, I don't want to, but apparently I have.
But it's an internal need.
Yeah, you know, it's I'm compensating for something.
I wonder if we could use the issue that I had in the tavern with that sellsword if he happens to be in this crowd.
Wait for any complication that arises, and we will get one.
Well, yeah, and we still have to deal with that. So I mean, so the persuade roll succeeded. We have a momentum from that, but I also got a complication.
Yes. So the complication. Okay, first of all, the fact that no one at this particular point was about to execute anyone doesn't. It just causes confusion. And the crowd goes quiet, and around you, people tend to suddenly clear away.
Oh yeah, I'm clearing away with the crowd, of course.
But before you had a chance to do that, this complication allows everyone to kind of focus directly on you for just a second, and then they kind of see kind of like Alaric like looking over his shoulder, and then he looks at his feet, and then he kind of backs off. You know, a tiny bit into the crowd, just that kind of steps away, leaving both Septimus and Regan kind of standing just ahead of him. And who are you? Yells the voice. Who are you to claim such to go against the rule of the king? And he kind of steps up towards the edge of the diocese, I guess you can say, or the platform. And he looks at you, and he's like surrounded by his guards. Who are you?
Septimus will take a step forward and bellow back at him in as much of a drilled parade voice as I can. I am Captain Septimus of the Free Companies, and I am speaking to all of your men who know that justice is expected for citizen and soldier alike.
Okay, so at this point, I'm going to spend 3 doom. 2 and 3. That brings us down to 14. And I am going to, as the crowd is starting to back off a tiny bit, where is it? You see another squad of guards arrive from the edge here, kind of coming in. You have no authority here, says the voice, the royal voice. Guards! Seize those people! Bring them up here, and let's show them that any type of dissension against the king's wills will result in a swift and particular death.
I dissolve amongst the crowd.
And with that, I draw steel.
Okay.
Regan for a place to climb.
Suddenly, I'm going to spend... I was waiting for this, but I'm going to spend 2 doom anyway. Suddenly, Regan, you hear the voice. You wench! I see you! And with that sound, you see the individual that you so carelessly and easily need in the balls amongst the crowd.
So, at that point, all she says is, son of a bitch.
So,
it is indeed a perfect storm.
So let me bring up my encounters here. Let me add him to the chart. And he is over here. And he's just bursting his way out through people. He's like, you! And the reason why he was able to see you so quickly is because all of a sudden everyone cleared away. And there you were standing all out in the open right next to Elric and Septimus at the time.
That's excellent. Another diversion.
So, for the sake of rules, I'm going to add a note to the map. Everyone see that little green pin show up on the map?
Oh, yeah.
This particular zone, which goes back to the wall which you guys are currently at, and those lines, is now a clear zone, wide in the open. Everyone else has still got lots of people and congestion. Okay, so this was not what I was expecting. Certainly not for someone to call out and I'll stop on the guards. Okay. Who would like to go first in this particular mess?
I want to get lost in the crowd.
You're going to try to sneak away?
Yeah.
Okay. Seeing the fact that you have to leave the zone to get into where people are, and to do so quietly, I am going to make you roll a... Oh, I won't make it. I'm going to make it a D3.
D3, what skill? Stealth.
Stealth, yep.
Alright.
Seeing the fact that it's wide open at the moment, and they kind of see you leaving your group, your friends.
Yes, of course. You know, they are probably better off without me. Alright, so I spent 1 fortune on that one.
Alright.
So 3, and let's see, I can...
So you have a 16 and 4, so right now you have 2 successes.
Yeah, and I need another one, so how are we in the momentum department? Oh, we have 1 momentum left.
Momentum, yep.
Alright, so yeah, I need to spend that one too. And
so on your character sheet, click the spends momentum from the pool button.
Yeah, I did it. See, it made a note about using a momentum from the pool.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Yep.
So rolling it. And that's 3 plus the 2 from the fortune point. That makes it 5 successes. Success with 2 momentum, and I have a living shadow, so success with 3 momentum.
Okay, so you have 3 momentum. Are you just going to put that into the pool?
Not yet. You know, now probably no one is noticing me that much, so I'd like to actually spend momentum to make my way most unnoticeably towards the platform. So which direction is already a little bit more obscured?
To do that, I'm going to draw a line. You got to go into this zone.
Okay.
And then you would need to go into that zone, which is just it doesn't show it very well here, but the zone should be going directly across there, the line. So if you go 1 full zone, 2 zones, you can get you to the cart area here.
Okay. So I suppose my stealth mode did it count as a movement action, or can I move in stealth mode a little bit further? Because currently I'm still in the same zone as I started.
No, you can make your move. I'm going to allow you to make your move. So you made your stealth roll, so that's your skill.
Okay.
So you managed to move. I included the movement into the difficulty, into the first zone. So if you needed to do another movement or a swift action to move to another zone, then that's fine.
Yeah, that would be my 2 momentum spent. So I leave the pool with 1 momentum, and I spend 2 from my personal from my momentum I just generated. So
no problem. So you can put yourself up anywhere into that red circle.
okay, let's see, right up close to the wagon here. All right.
So guys, as quick as a shadow can show up and disappear, Alaric kind of vanishes into the crowd. Actually, you turn around and realize he's not even there anymore. He's gone. He's left you 2 guys standing there.
I didn't want to interfere.
And I kind of motioned to Regan, don't worry, he does that all the time.
And she's just gonna look over like, what the hell?
The odds are even on our favor.
So I am not doing anything yet at the moment. This slight distraction, though, has allowed Where is... Oh, I didn't give this guy a name. Lord Asher. So Lord Asher now is... I'm going to spend the Doom. And he immediately starts to run. This slight distraction and kind of all the attention on you guys allowed he saw the chance for him to run. And he kind of, although he bound by his wrists, he kind of runs into the crowd. He's going to make a D 8 and 2s. He's 10s and 2s is what he's looking for. So I rolled a 6, so that gives him his, and he moves into the next zone, completely catching everybody off guard. And he's running. And as soon as that happened, you hear, "Father, no!"
This is really getting surreal.
So who's next?
Ooh.
Ladies first.
So, I don't know where to begin. So, figuring that this guy is important and we definitely don't want to lose him, Regan is gonna run and try to catch up with him and help him disappear into the crowd.
Okay. For you, it's going to be... You're going to try to chase after him, right?
Yeah.
So it was a D1 to move. He has a movement score of 10s and 2s. So it's going to be a... I'm going to say it is a struggle. So versus your... would acrobatics be the best one here, or athletics? Tough one.
Usually your running skill.
Acrobatics?
Acrobatics, yeah. Acrobatics.
Okay, so it's going to be a D2 test for you versus his. So it's a struggle.
But he probably has D2 too, because he's bound, I think.
Oh, if you were the GM, maybe.
Okay.
He's a nimble old fellow.
Yeah, a sneaky little rat.
Okay, so you make your acrobatics roll. You need a D2 success.
Let's see. Do we have any momentum?
There's one momentum in the pool.
Take it.
Yeah, I'm gonna use it.
Okay, so you spent that.
And let's see. Oh, please give me something.
Oh, and roll one more D20. You forgot to put your momentum in the or your number down below there. So you got 2 successes, and you needed 2, so you have 0 momentum at the moment.
Do you have a reroll talent? Do you have a talent, agile?
No, I don't.
Okay, so he is going to roll. He needs 10s and 2s. So I roll a 20 and an 18. So you can move up to him and actually, he is stunned. He wasn't paying attention to what he was doing, and he has now become stunned.
Okay. So, I guess I'll just kind of grab him, kind of loop my arm through his and start trying to head into the crowd.
In which direction?
I'm thinking away from all of these guards is best, so maybe like down in this direction.
So if you right-click on the map and click on pointers when the dial comes up, you can draw arrows or little circles wherever you think you would like to go. So you can draw a circle or a line or a square or something to let me know where you plan on going.
Okay. Let's see. So, I'm thinking. I don't think that's what I wanted. Oh, there's the pointer. Okay. Oh. Okay, so, yeah, kind of like off in this direction. Maybe.
Okay, so we'll leave that there for now, and we know where you're headed. Okay, so who's next?
I think that leaves me, unless Gaius all of a sudden shows up. Gaius, where are you?
Gaius is not showing up yet.
But I'm going to pull a page from Gaius' playbook.
Okay.
And I am going to try something like this. I'm going to yell out at the squad being led by the voice.
Okay. Now, just to give you an idea, if you control and click on the target that you want, it'll actually draw a line to that target. So control click on the target that you would like to.
Bingo.
There you go. Excellent.
So I'm going to use my minor action just to, my free action just to kind of adjust.
Okay.
Get into the center of the open area of the zone.
Yep.
I'll use my minor action to draw my sword and my broadsword, and use my action, my standard action, to assault the voice, using my command skill to somewhat kind of belittle him and continue to try to put some doubt into his soldiers' minds.
Fair enough. Okay. So it's going to be a threat attack is what you're going to do. You're going to do like a steely glare attack, but it's going to be your command.
It's basically I'm throwing out because of my renown.
Okay.
I can basically say something like, you face Septimus, you don't face some street urchin or street thugs.
Ooh, a mighty name. Very good.
Come down here and face me on your own in honorable fashion, rather than having to put your soldiers' lives at risk.
Okay.
All for your hubris.
Okay, so this is good. He's in a zone away. He's at medium range, so it's going to be an added D1 difficulty. So that makes the D2.
Correct.
He is not going to try and defend.
Okay, and I am going to
Use a doom, okay?
use a doom to add a die.
Yep.
Okay, it was a success, but no momentum.
Momentum. Okay, so so that is the Royal Sergeant.
So that would be 4 points of resolve damage.
4 dice. 4 dice.
Yeah, and I just rolled it.
Okay.
And so it comes out to 4 points
Very good.
of resolve damage, but it also has the area effect.
That's
So I get to affect the other squad as well.
You actually affect everyone in the zone, including Zelandra.
That depends on how many effects you did roll.
It does.
I only rolled one. Yeah, it should only be one other party.
And the area goes from the closest outwards, correct?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so roll your damage. Now he has a courage of 1, so that brings it down to a 3.
Yes.
So
And that then goes to one of his minions.
yes, so not enough to cause a trauma.
Yeah, but it's a start. Gaius is much better at this than I am.
But it was a good plan. Okay, so who's going to be next? Oh, now roll the damage for Zelandra, please.
Oh, yes.
It's usually the same roll, but okay.
Yeah, because that would throw some more. Yeah, I would just give her the.
Is it? Oh yeah, where's area? Right. Sorry.
If you re-roll it,
You're right.
Any 6s would cause additional effects. So
Yeah, exactly. So I think it would just be 4 points to her.
That's right. She actually, what appears to you, she faints.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Septimus. He does that to people.
Except Brothunians.
Okay then. All right, so that's what happened there. So the Royal Guard is now going to, he's going to move into the zone. He's going to move up to you. And he's going to target you. So he gets to roll. He rolls 2d20, but he's with 4 other people, so it's going to be 6d20.
I'm going to try to defend myself, of course.
Okay, so you can spend your doom. Oh, but is it free for you? You got your shield ready?
Yeah, I have my shield and my sword and my deflection.
Okay, so you don't have to worry about spending any doom. But you did pay for it, so I better mark that down now. And he will roll his attack. Wow, he's got 4. So 13 and 4 is what he got.
13 and I don't see anything. I'm sorry.
You know, what, no, sorry. I'm just reading out what his skill is. I'm just fixing it here now so it shows up properly.
Oh, gotcha. 13s
All right.
and 4.
13s and 4s. So this is the voice. He's a royal guard, so he's a pretty highly skilled individual. And he's targeting you.
Ooh, 2, 4, 6, 8.
8 successes.
Yeah, but his assisting squads don't have a 14-4. They have much less, probably.
Yes, but you add to the d20.
Yeah, but you only add the first two are his rolls, and they make their assist roll. They don't get to the same target number. But,
Oh, they have their own target numbers.
yeah.
Well,
So
that's
the first 3 rolls are his, which are 6 points, right? 6 successes right there.
and the other guy's got
8,
ones.
7.
It's still 8 anyway.
8. Yeah.
Still 8 anyway.
Yes, it is. Either way. Wow, that's some good rolls.
That's a first. I'll take that instead of Doom.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm definitely going to try to parry this. But you know what? I'm not going to give you any more Doom. I'm just going to go ahead and parry it straight up.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. Okay.
Well, but if I don't, then the momentum is going to convert to Doom, right?
It can, yeah, for me, yep.
And any excess momentum could convert to Doom.
Could, yes.
Do you have a shield?
I do have a shield.
All right. Anyway, it's bad.
Seeing all the attention is on poor Septimus, and everyone else kind of left him standing there.
Well, you know, I'm feeling a little squirrely, but I think we're just going to... I'll take this blow. So he's got 7 successes.
7 momentum, yeah.
7 momentum, yes.
Okay. So, 7 momentum.
Have fun.
Oh, you know, we never compared your rate, your reach.
A 2. I have a 2.
And these guys, he had a reach of 3.
He's got a spear.
So technically that would have added a d20.
No, only in defense.
Yeah, I would have to have the spear. For
Oh, right, yeah. Okay.
Although he's got plenty of momentum to break my guard.
Oh yeah, that's a thing he could do.
Breaking guard. I can do a lot of things here. Yeah, I'm looking at it. I never rolled this well before on a player character.
I mean, that's just 7 points of damage right there if you want.
You know, they say loose lips think galleys. I suppose they will actually improve that saying with time. But that's what you get if you talk to people that way.
You wanted a distraction.
All right, go ahead.
I can't believe you did that. I was like, okay. Where is it?
You looking for the damage on a spear?
No, I'm looking for all the options I have for spending momentum.
Well, I just happen to have those up right here.
Oh yeah, that's about it. Yes.
Bonus damage, break guard, called shot, change stance. You don't want that.
Knockdown, disarm, Swift
Disarm.
attack.
Yeah. Penetration.
Oh yeah.
Second wind. You could do another attack.
Where is my breaking guard? What's the spend for that?
2.
2.
I don't have that there. Okay, for some reason. I gotta fix that. All right, so this...
I'm looking at the game master screen thing.
Okay. Okay, so he has 7 momentum, so he's going to spend 2 to break his guard.
Yes.
He is now going to roll his damage. And here we go.
That's a lot, but something isn't.
Oh,
right.
why do I have a 6 there?
Should only be
Oh, it didn't
doing
reset.
damage.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, it didn't reset. I'm sorry. Let me change that. Let me roll that again. I was like, that's not right. Okay, so we have 5 damage total and piercing 1.
Ooh, that's nice.
You have 3 effects, so piercing 3. That will hurt.
Yeah, that goes right through my armor.
And
So
just
5 points, piercing 3. You have your shield.
I do have my shield.
Maybe you get lucky.
Ooh, and I bought a larger shield, so I get 4 dice.
Okay, if you can carry that one. And
Just 1.
1 point.
are you serious right now?
But that's enough to keep it from becoming a wound.
Yeah.
Although he can add damage to it, so that's all right. So it's 4 points of vigor damage right now, as it is.
Okay, so I spent 2 to break your guard. I rolled the damage. I got piercing 3. So
Goes right through my chainmail.
Yep. So the damage is now at 4, correct?
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah.
You have 5 momentum left.
And I am going to spend 1 of that momentum. Oh, what do I do here?
I could recommend doing stuff, but I don't want you to kill Septimus.
You could disarm me. You could, like I said, use secondary, as you were swift action to do another attack.
Well, what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to
Location.
spend 1 momentum to make it a... Gosh, I never had... I'm actually at a loss because I never had this many options before. Okay,
Yeah, let's keep it that way in the future.
so I'm going to spend 1 to make this a subdue attack.
Ooh, okay.
And I'm going to spend 1 more to add a damage. That gives me 3 left. So that's 5. That's a wound.
That is a wound.
That's harm. You could Septimus could choose to let his shield get broken or get his armor and in this location broken to avoid the wound if he wants.
Yeah, and that's entirely up to you. So, what would you like to do? Break your shield?
Well, you have to roll the location.
Okay, I will roll the location. Table. Hit location. The torso.
I'm not going to let you break that. Okay. Are you done with your momentum spend?
I am not adding any more damage to it right now. So what he will be doing, if you break your armor or whatever you decide to do here now, your shield or your armor, if you do that.
Well, I just bought this shield, so no, I'm not going to break my new shield. Also, I am not about to let my torso be savage like that because I need that armor. So I'm going to do this instead.
Okay. A little luck. Okay.
Oh, wow.
I'm now prone. I'm knocked down. Instead of taking the wound, I can choose to be knocked down.
Well played. So I'm going to move that doom up to 15. And you are now knocked down.
And you still
Unfortunately, I can only use that card once in a battle.
Yeah, but nevertheless, I wish I had such a card.
And you get 3 doom for that. Did
Yep,
you get those?
I took the doom. So then this character he is going to spend his 2 more doom to take a swift action. And he yells at you, "Halt! Surrender!" And
this is another display.
so this is a display, and would you like to try to defend against this?
That'd be a discipline roll, correct?
It would be, yeah.
Yeah. And it costs a doom to defend, of course.
Take your doom, sir.
Okay, click it off for me. Is using a doom. There you go. Look, he did it already. All right, so I'm back up to 16.
Ooh.
So this is a social test. So his... Where is it to? Social. So 11 and 3 is this particular skill. $11 and 3. And it's a D2 because it's a swift action. And how come I only rolled 1?
Yeah.
So I should get 5 more. I should get 6 more. Sorry, no.
In total, you should
5 more.
Get five more dice.
Yeah. So plus 4. But I like how I rolled a 1 right off or rolled a 3 there, so that's good.
Yeah, not bad. We're going to get another 8er here.
But at least 1 complication.
So I will lose 2 doom right off the get-go. So I got... So I don't have the 3 because is not if that's the case, I only use the they're only helping.
Well, it looks like you got 2 more successes.
2 more successes, yep.
So a total of 4.
I have 4 successes total, yep.
Yes, so success with 2 momentum.
Yep.
Well, let me see what my discipline does here.
Ooh, I'll
I'm going to
take
give you 2 doom.
Okay.
Oh, do you
I can re-roll one of those because I have courageous.
Oh.
So that would be 2 successes. So you have
I have 1 momentum total.
Yeah.
2 momentum.
Yeah, a success with 2 momentum. You have success with 1 momentum.
No, I have.
That leaves.
Yeah, but it was a D2 for me, Septimus.
Oh, that's right. It's a D1 for me. That's right. So
Yeah.
I only have one momentum.
They get through to you.
Yes, but unfortunately, he only has 2 additional momentum.
Only 1.
So
Oh,
this,
that's right. I forgot.
yeah.
He had a D2. That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
But now you get your damage roll.
Okay, a guard sergeant may spend 1 point of doom. Oh, sorry, I spend the point of doom to do this, which I never did. In order to gain a unique display, this attack uses the social field. Okay, it inflicts 3 mental damage with the area and stun qualities.
Ooh, so I'm gonna have to give you Doom to avoid that if you roll any effects.
Yeah, so I get to roll 3 dice. And can I spend... I got 1 left over already, so I'm up to... Sorry, I'm up to 2 momentum. Can I spend a dice to add to the damage? I can't, can I?
You can spend you have 1 point momentum left. You could spend it to simply add to the damage, or to reroll all the damage dice if you don't like it.
That's right. No, because I still had 2. I still had 1 left over from previous, so I got 2 left total.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to just roll the dice here and see what happens. And you know something? I'm gonna roll the damage. I'm just gonna roll 3d6. I don't have the damage roll put in there, so it's 3d6. 6 and a 5.
Ooh.
So that's 2.
2 effects too.
That's 2 effects as well, and I'm gonna spend a doom to re-roll that 4. So that's 4 total.
4 points of damage and 2 effects so far.
And I'm going to spend my last doom for piercing to break the courage.
Oh. So it's
So it's all 4 points plus
4 points, piercing 2, and stun 2.
Yep. Well, I'm going to give you the 2 Doom to avoid the stun.
Okay.
And I take 4 points of resolve damage.
Yes, you do. Do you yield?
I just spit on the ground and kind of smile. Not yet.
You are a stubborn one, yes?
I say, lucky shot. I say, good shot. Good shot.
Next up will be Gunborn, and he sees Regan disappear into the crowd, so he's going to make a sprint roll. He's going to roll... Let's see what his movement is. So he's 10s and 1s. And he is able to get through. And he runs into the crowd. And he runs right past everyone and runs directly into the crowd, chasing after Regan.
Regan, you're on your own, bud. Guys.
Where's the babysitter? Where's the babysittee now, right?
Yeah, actually, it's Gaius who keeps a lid on us somehow.
Zelandra, she is now passed out. Uh, the Argosian guards up here, they did not see you at the time. So they are going to move over and reestablish and surround the missus. An 8. And the last set of guards is going to make a roll to see if they can get into the crowd and chase after Lord Asher. So they have...
I don't think we're going to have our tavern for very long, man. We're going to be outlaws in the city soon.
Okay, so they roll 10s and 1s. So they actually make it and get 1 point of momentum. And I'm going to put that right into my Doom pool. And they move there. Okay, new round. So in the momentum pool, it goes down by 1. It's already at 0. Not starting off great for you guys right off the get-go.
Eh.
Okay, so a little bit of a pause here.
Yeah, I have a question about the stage.
Okay.
Can you move under the stage? Is it somehow accessible?
It is, yep.
All right. Okay.
Okay, so
Anyone want to go first?
first of all, before anything happens, I'm going to tell Septimus some of his one of his meetings today while he was out looking for a patron. He was told that if he was looking for work, that before noon, if he arrived at the shipyard, at the docks, him and his party would have access to a job, and all they would have to do was get to the ship named the Empress of the Damned.
That's a very trustful name. So yeah.
The individual that Septimus met up with would not give her name to him. Where is it? Oh, the picture's not there. That's not right. The new patron. Where's it to? Oh, here we go. The person that he did meet up with is apparently the captain of the Empress of the Damned, and would only recognize or identify herself as the Empress. And he was told that the ship is leaving at noon, And if you want to be a part of the party or to look for this particular work, she'll be back in town in a few weeks. But if you wanted to have a job, if they were to meet at the ship before it cast off, then all they had to do was show up.
Yeah, so let's not waste time, Septimus. Clear things up.
I'm assuming we have a little time before then, but the clock is ticking.
The clock is ticking very quickly.
So, do the rest of us know this?
I'm gonna let Septimus tell you this if you want.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume that had I had this knowledge when we were out trying to sell the goods, as we were walking around the mall at the market, I would have explained the potential offer, and I probably would have also described the fact that I'm not a sailor, I'm a soldier, so it didn't really sound that interesting. But now, in light of the new situation that we're in now,
What?
we may want to reconsider that.
Yeah, well, of course, it's nice that you're looking for a new patron that doesn't get killed that quickly than the last one. But, we just got settled here. Everything is fine.
Everything's going smoothly right now.
Actually, everything is going as well as it could be expected.
We just need a picture of the "This is fine" dog.
Who wants to go first?
Please go ahead if you want.
Which direction are the ships on this map?
They're down south, right where you were headed.
Okay. So, Regan is gonna pull Lord Asher along.
Okay, now you do have this individual, gunborn, within reach of you. Now, this is where it gets kind of tangly because if you want, you have to make a move action to move in the crowds because the crowd's never cleared from there. But you also have to withdraw from him because if not, he'll get a free strike at you.
Yeah, withdraw would take your standard action. Yeah.
Or you could take out Gunbjorn.
That is true. All right. So, I think at this point, I don't want to deal with this douchebag anymore. Yeah, he irritated me in the tavern by getting up in my face, and now he's coming at me like the whole thing was my fault. So,
well, you offended his honor. You kicked him in his honor.
Actually, let your knee lead the way. It probably knows the way already.
Oh, is his nose is still tender? It's got to be.
It is, yep.
Huh. How I can use this to my advantage.
Could punch him and maybe he gets stunned.
Yeah, can I do that? Can I punch him in the face?
Sure. Yep.
All right. What's that? Attack?
It's your melee attack, and he is going to completely ignore any defense, or he's not going to take any type of defense whatsoever.
Okay. So, all right, here we go.
So you have a success. So you hit. It is a improvised attack, so it's 2d6
plus your melee damage bonus.
plus your melee damage bonus if you have any.
I don't know if I do.
You don't know. I'm looking at it here now. You don't.
Okay.
Okay. So 2d6.
Yeah,
Oh, wait,
if
no,
you're
no, I'm
hoping for
sorry.
five-
I am incorrect. You have a brawn of 10, which gives you a plus
Two.
2.
That's +2, yeah.
What? You're
Okay.
stronger than I am? Of course you're stronger than I am. Of course. Damn it.
So do I roll 2 and add
Nope,
2d6.
Four dice.
4 dice total is what you roll.
4 dice?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, come on.
Oh,
That's
fine.
looking good.
Two effects. That will hurt.
That's a stun of 2. So, he has the same armor all over, so it's not going to make any difference to him. But he is stunned.
Do you have the No Mercy talent, Mary?
I don't think so. No, I don't.
Okay.
So he has an armor of 2, so he stops 2 of it, but 1 point gets through, so that brings him down, his vigor down by 1, but he is stunned. He's going to pay, there's 2 effects there, so he's got to pay 2 doom to break it, to ignore the stun.
Yeah.
So he's going to ignore the stun effect. Yeah. And he is not that happy. So now
Bring that doom down.
I am going to spend a doom. Oh, is there anything else you would like to do first, Mary? Or Regan, sorry.
You could spend a fortune point for a second standard action if you want.
Oh, yeah, that might be a good idea. Yeah, I think I'll do that.
Okay,
Good point.
no problem.
And this point, is drawing a weapon an action? Or
It's a minor action.
Yeah.
So you can use one of those.
okay. So I will pull out the. I think it was the Yeah, the wedge knife.
Okay,
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a deadly one.
I'll use that to hit him.
all right. Well, he's not going to try and defend.
Right. We'll see how this goes. Wait, what just happened?
So it's a D1 attack. So you just roll your melee, and you got to get at least 1 success.
Okay.
Feel free to spend doom to add to the dice pool.
Oh, you probably should have reduced your doom by 3. You know, you spent 3 points.
I did, yep.
Yeah, I'll give you 1 doom for an extra.
Okay. Thank you. You're a kind person.
Here we go.
Success with 1 momentum, and that's actually a very good thing to have.
Okay. Would you like to roll? Well, the hit location is the same anyway. He's completely armored up. Roll your damage.
Alright, I'm clicking on this and it's not doing anything.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I can see why there's a space. Isn't the... Okay, I got it fixed now. Go right ahead.
Go. Alright. Ah!
Your damage bonus is missing. You have
Yep.
2 additional dice.
How come that didn't get added? 3d6 plus... Oh, it doesn't take on the bonus anymore. All right. D6. I'm going to get you to re-roll that again, please.
Okay.
Harsh.
battle.
Very harsh.
Whoa.
Yes.
Okay then.
Do you want to spend one momentum for piercing?
Yeah, let's do that.
I think he has quite a tough armor, hasn't he?
He has armor of 3.
Well, piercing would reduce it by 2, so only he has.
Oh, so no, he has an armor of 2. I'm sorry. So it reduces his armor.
So you get all your damage right through to him, and your weapon is intense. That means if you cause a wound, you cause another one.
Ooh.
Yeah, this Yuechi knife is quite
Yes, it is. It's
quite badass, actually.
Would you like to describe the action of the dagger? Your dagger action, please.
Oh. Does this just wound him, or does he die?
He is going to die a very swift death as the blade
Oh, okay.
pierces into him and through him, actually.
Okay, so Regan is really just sick of this guy by this point. This is only the second time she's ever seen him, and already he's like right at the top of her shit list. So, so she punches him. That doesn't seem to do a lot of damage, and it just pisses him off. And so she's like, all right, screw it. Pulls out her knife, takes it, and just rams it straight through his throat. And then just back out.
I like it.
Yeah, you know, if a guy doesn't take a no for a no from a girl, you probably need to cut his throat.
Very well done.
They do things differently on the plains of Hyrcania.
They have probably very polite men around there.
We don't mess around.
Okay. Well done. Who would like to go next?
Come on, Septimus.
All right. Is there any momentum in the pool?
There is no momentum in the pool.
Okay, so I am going to spend a minor action to stand up. I'm going to spend another minor action to... No, I'm going to hold off on that. Hold off on that. I'm going to use my standard action to attack. And because he has guard and he has reach on me, it becomes a D2 test.
Yes, that's correct.
So I'm going to give you a doom for extra dice.
Okay.
And just for shits and giggles, I'm going to go ahead and use a fortune point for my 5th dice.
Okay, then.
See how he likes it. Let's see.
So this guy here is going to defend.
Can't, because he's part of a squad.
Yeah. As a squad, you don't have a reaction.
That's correct. You are correct. All right, then.
But he has additional minions to die before he.
Yes, before he gets, unless he does a called shot.
Yeah. Let's hope for lots of momentum. Do the call. Oh yes! Oh yes!
There's my 8 successes.
Wow.
But that only translates to 6 momentum.
Okay.
Do you want to make the call shot?
Ooh, that's tempting.
would cost two momentum, but you get him up close and personal.
Oh,
Let
he's
me roll
thinking.
the damage dice first, and then because I can spend the momentum after I roll the dice.
Yeah, always. Yeah.
Yep.
Not to interrupt, but I'm back from my.
Yeah. Come on, we are in such a mess. You need to save us. Start with me. I'm in a very bad spot.
I have never been so happy to see somebody.
That's hilarious.
Okay, and I can re-roll 2 of those.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
So I'm definitely going to spend 1 point on penetration.
Okay.
I'm going to spend another point on adding the vicious quality for using Deft Blade, I believe it's called.
Okay.
So now you have 12 points, piercing 2.
Yes, 12 points, piercing 2. I've used 2 of my 6. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and translate that into. I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 of those then on called shot and target the voice.
12 points, piercing 2.
Oh, wow. Okay, so wow.
And if any
Okay.
of that ends up resulting in oh, I need to roll. Do I need to roll the hit location?
I don't think it's going to matter that much.
Because he's probably got armor 3 everywhere, right?
He has armor 2 everywhere.
Ah, so
Yeah, he has armor 2.
does he have a shield?
He does have a shield.
Sacrifice that for one of the wounds. A toughened character in a squad, leading a squad, can sacrifice a shield, just not the armor.
Yeah. He will he will sacrifice.
Oh, he also, if he has a shield, he needs to roll his cover as well.
Oh yes, that's right. He has 3 dice he can roll. So he stops 2 of the, what, you say 12?
Are you sure that's 3 dice?
Normally it's either 2 or 4 for shield.
Yeah.
How come I got 3 there? Oh, I'm sorry.
That's the attack roll you made.
Oh yeah, sorry, I looked at the wrong number. Change that to 2. And now I will roll it. Okay, so it stops 1 of it.
So 11 points go through.
So he has a vigor of 9. He will.
Oh, even if he sacrifices his shield.
He's still done because if he's.
Oh no,
He can get
Because
It's two
It's
wounds
still-
off the get-go, plus an additional one, so it's 3. So even if he sacrifices anything, he is dead.
no, because 5 or more is 1 wound, and then taking him to 0 is another wound. So there's only 2 wounds.
Yes.
Yes, but you have intense, don't you?
No, I do not. I added vicious.
Oh, sorry. It was vicious. All right. So he is going to sacrifice his shield, and he is going to take 1 wound.
And now you could spend for secondary target, which causes half damage to a different location at the same penetration. And that's actually the 3rd wound.
No, it'd be a second target, not a second location.
Yeah, as a secondary
right.
is not an individual. You don't hit him twice. You hit other
right.
people around you.
Yes. Well, nevertheless. Probably might take out one of his minions, too.
Well, I can either break his guard, I can take out a minion, or I can do a second attack with a swift action.
Ooh, do.
Yeah, no lie.
You could use your shield for the swift attack and have still one momentum to get additional dice for the attack.
Oh, that's a great idea. Yes.
And actually, that's what you saw in the clip we saw from the 300 sequence.
Yes. I will go ahead and use my shield to bash this guy.
And actually, as if it's a kind of prophecy how Septimus works.
So one of the momentum will go to a swift action using my shield as a second attack.
Okay, or
That
you can
makes
spend the fortune to do it. And you don't have to worry about any difficulty raise.
Well, oh, that's true.
If you spend the fortune, you could use your sword, of course.
Yeah. I've got the guy on the ropes. I'm going to go ahead and spend the fortune. This is kind of a crucial moment.
So you have still 2 momentum left.
Okay.
I will use 1 of the momentum to get 2 additional dice. So that leaves us with 1 momentum.
Whoa.
Gross.
So your attack was a D3, yes?
It would be a D1 because I spent
reach. He still has longer reach.
He has reach, so it'd be a D2 attack.
So you have 3 momentum left.
Yep.
Plus the one in the pool.
So that brings us back up to 4.
Whew. Okay. Oh.
I can re-roll 3 of those dice.
Or you can spend... Yeah, okay. Son of a bitch!
Oh,
Wow.
all right. Another point goes for vicious. So that becomes 1, 2, 3,
11.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
11.
Another point for penetration.
Oh, yeah.
And I have 2 momentum left, so that's 10 points. 2 piercing.
Okay, then.
He has no shield.
And he has no shield. And, yeah, you take him down. You get to describe it.
Well, I kind of stand up, dust myself off, and take a slash, forearm slash that shatters his shield but still gets through to him, and then do an immediate backswing to decapitate him.
That's a little heavy, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, poor phone beam.
Oh, that's right. That happened to him in Game of Thrones too, didn't it? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I told you
It's
he
just-
dies in every episode.
It's just his luck.
And then I say, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm not done yet.
So you managed to take out the voice. So NPCs.
And I hate to do this, guys, but I'm going to have to use those last 2 momentum to regain guard.
Yeah, do it.
Because these guys are either going to flee or they're going to swarm me now.
Oh, they're not running. Oh, I get that done wrong. Okay, so welcome back there, guys. Just to give you a little bit of an update of what's been going on. Actually, I'm gonna let Mary give it in her words of what's going on.
Oh boy. Alright, so we were just having a lovely stroll through the market, buying some things, selling some things. And then there was a loud, there was a guy dressed up very much like a Roman centurion, looked a lot like Sean Bean, who started yelling about people who are against the king, basically need to die. And so they had a big procession of people, and apparently it just so happens that one of those people is somebody we needed to talk to. Another one is somebody that Ulrich spent the night with once upon a time. Huh?
Not that one you currently see. That one.
Yeah.
That one.
That one, yeah. So, of course, Ulrich decided that we all had to get involved.
He wanted to set a fire in the marketplace.
It was the moral thing to do.
So, then all of a sudden the crowd around us cleared, because there was like a big crowd. And then they kind of singled us out. The soldiers that were up on the stage singled us out. And it just so happened that the guy that I got into a bar fight with and kneed in the balls and broke his nose happened to be in the crowd as well and saw me. So that was just another issue that came up. And then Septimus tried to get them to not start executing people, and it didn't work
At all.
But it did cause enough of a distraction so that the guy jumped off the stage and ran over to where you see him next to me and next to another Argosian guard. And then, then I had to kill the guy who had been bothering me.
In a spectacular fashion, I might add.
Awesome.
And, yeah, and now Septimus just killed that guard captain, so...
So now we need to leave.
Yeah, now apparently there is a ship that is captained by somebody who has a job for us to do. We don't know what the job is, but we're thinking it's probably a good idea to just go.
So at this point, I'm going to ask Septimus to, in his best words that he thinks of, to describe who they're meeting.
So, after the fiasco at the tavern with the midnight visitors, over the course of the next several days, I started asking around, trying to find out, trying to find a replacement patron for us because, I'm not from Mesanthia or from Argos for that matter. We need somebody like Ronaldo who could give us, has contacts and might find leads for us and keep us gainfully employed and out of trouble, quote unquote. And one of the people that I ended up getting directed to was this red-haired beauty on a ship called the Empress of the Damned in the low docks of Mesantia. And she said she has some gainful employment for us. She wouldn't specify what. The only requirement was we needed to be on her ship at the docks by 12 o'clock when they leave at the noontide. Okay. And it is a little bit before 12 o'clock right now. So our original plan was to buy some slaves to man our tavern, and things have totally gone sideways.
Well, can I be at the market getting fitted for my new armor that I bought?
You were at the market, and now that you're here, I will let you know of some of the things that you've discovered as you're getting your information there. Yeah, so you told the group that you'll catch up with them in the meantime. That you were trying to, get some new adornments for Mitra. One of the things that you've picked up on, and although you weren't with the group, when they were making the announcements and the procession of the people who were going to be executed into the slave market, was a talk of sacrifices, and they were talking about sacrificing the individuals to the gods of the sea, which is not what you expect in Mesantia, because it's primarily a Mitrian religion-based dominance. One of the things that you've heard and that you've seen in the procession is that many of the individuals that are going to be executed were members of the Mitrian temple that you've all cleared, that you guys were helping out several adventures ago. They are lined up to be executed. So it seems that there's been a change in the, or I'm not going to say there's been a change, but it seems like there's a definite shift towards not following Mitra anymore in the royal court.
And there were some rumors as we were walking around the market as well, something about, the king was deathly ill, and then all of a sudden he's fine. Like everything's okay, and that's about the time the procession showed up.
Yeah, usually if the king gets cured by some weird, let's call them weird sea cult or something like that, he might be very grateful to those priests and not so much to the Mitra priests who didn't help him at all.
That is if the king that we knew and loved yesterday is still the same king today.
Right, he could be dead, have an imposter, kidnapped.
Yeah, we have no idea. Yeah,
Right.
So I ended up just executing the voice of the king in front of everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, the town crier, the royal town guard, or whatever, I guess you can say.
Yeah, he's a king space guy. So it's either win or leave, or both.
So what I'm going to do... Oh, sorry. Just before you continue, I am going to spend 3 more Doom. and I'm going to bring another group of guards into the courtyard.
Well, hey, if I just showed up, you get 3 more doom.
Oh, well then.
No, he was so nice to actually edit from the start.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
You were with us in spirit anyway. You know, I asked myself all the time, what would Gaius do? And then I did it.
I would hide behind those bales and hay too.
So I'm going to bring him in down here. Now, to let you know, Gaius, these zones that you're in were originally packed with people. So the first big zone that the guys were in up here were cleared out because technically Septimus and, well, all the people, including Ulrich, kind of backed away as Septimus was talking and kind of singled everybody out. But to move from one zone to another, because of the crowds of people, it's a D1 movement roll. Just to let you know.
Oh, okay. I'm good at that.
And everything you see in front of you are squads, except for the one directly in front of Septimus, which is a squad that is no longer has a squad leader.
Now it's a mob.
Now it's a mob.
Good job.
And yeah, it wasn't easy. I got kicked on my ass once. Just to let you know, the 2 people of importance are Lord Asher and that Zelandra. She is passed out on the stage. Alric is currently trying to extricate her. And yeah, so welcome to the party.
All right. So how far is close range?
It's your zone. The zone you are actually in.
Yeah, so there's no one in your zone. The wall
There.
is a zone barrier, and the lines are a zone barrier. So there's no one immediately around you right now.
Is this guy
Oh, so that the zones on the other side of the wall are not filled with people?
Oh yeah, no, all the zones are filled with people except for the one that currently cleared out.
Gotcha. So there are populace there. There's just nobody.
Yes.
No antagonist there.
That's right. Yep.
And I think I made an error before. I don't think I ever spent 2. I don't think I ever spent the additional 2 momentum to do a second called shot. So I actually don't have guard.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, you're right.
All right, no problem.
So was it called shot to hit the leader instead of the mob?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
He just rubbed me raw.
Well, not for long though.
No, not for long at all.
Okay. So what are we doing now?
Now we will start a fire and rescue the princess. All right. Let's do that. Or do you want to jump in?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I guess I see these Argosian guard number 2 here to my west, and I go approach them, and I'm going to try to con them into going somewhere else.
Okay. Yeah. Do that. You know, I'm just waiting for my action now, but this is independent of what you are doing.
So do I need to make a movement check to get near enough to talk with these fellows?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Just a D1.
Yeah, it's just a D1. Yep.
All right. Which skill would you like me to use to do that?
Are you trying to? If you're physically trying to push yourself through, it'll be like a. athletics or acrobatics, depending what you want to do. Or if you're trying to get people's attention and clear them in front of you, then I would say it'd be more of a persuade.
Okay, well, I'll use persuade to clear the crowd in front of me.
Okay, that will also clear the zone from any obstructions.
Okay, well, I'll clear the zone then.
All right.
Is there any momentum, or have we spent it all?
It's all spent.
Okay.
Sorry, mate.
What's the doom pool look like?
I will reshare that.
He's at 13.
Okay, that's not too bad. I will spend a doom.
Okay.
And I'm hoping to generate some momentum for the pool with a countable check.
So you have 2 momentum.
Right, and so that check's just to clear the crowd, and I approach the Argosian Guard Squad 2.
Okay. Oh,
And
sorry.
I guess
You can
that's
move
what I
yourself
do for
if you
this
want.
round. Oh, okay. Mark it. Where did I put that map? Okay, so I guess that's what I do this round. And the rest of the momentum goes in the pool.
Oh, so you generate... See? They needed you the whole time.
Yeah, this is what I'm here for. I'm just like a battery.
That's actually very good because I can use it. Because now I'm about to create a distraction by.
Actually, whoa.
Okay.
I am going to spend a doom
Okay.
to go first. And the Argosian Guard Sergeant number 2, he is going to grab onto Xylandra, and they are going to start systematically executing individuals.
Yeah, I can't do a thing because I'm not in the same zone. So yeah, then she's probably dead.
So what they're going to do is they are going to make it symbolize it here. Oh, wrong one.
Oh God, they are blowing her up.
They're feeding her lots of carbohydrates. So they are going to move to surround the individuals, mainly her. And they are going to take a wait action. And if anyone moves towards them, they are going to start executing people.
Not necessarily her. The other captives are in that circle as well.
I'm going to say that they're around that area, but they're mainly to represent that she is not just on guard, laying there on the floor. I'm moving her up there. I'm going to rule that within 2 rounds, it will be her turn to face the knife.
Oh. Think fast, Alric.
So next round or the round after that?
So 2 more rounds after this one.
Okay.
So
Well,
he's a 3.
changes things.
And I'm going to put an effect onto him, saying that he's waiting. Just hold on 1 second, guys. I gotta get my dog again. You guys want to take a quick bio break? Say 2 minutes?
Sure.
5 minutes or whatever?
Yeah.
Alright, thanks.
I'm definitely gonna have to get one of those Yuchi blades.
Yeah, they are quite intense. Yes, actually, I was just thinking about blinding bombs or some. I have one for liquid fire that I could use, or two for blinding those guys.
Yeah, I'd go with the blinding if I were you. I don't think you want to set your girlfriend on fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably.
Oh, hey guys. Just to clarify something, he's doing a wait action. So if anything comes towards him, moves towards him, that's gonna count as one turn. Just to let you know.
So it's actually this turn is already one of the two rounds. Yes?
If someone moves towards them in a manner that they find threatening, yes.
And what if they don't notice anyone moving towards them?
Ah.
That's entirely up to the dice.
Okay. Yeah. I'd like to do a thing. Okay.
It looks like you could actually get above them.
Can I act?
Are we all back? Are we all here?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. But wait! Before you do anything else again, I'm going to spend another doom.
Yeah.
Because you guys were so gracious in giving me doom here.
Actually, we've only got two more than you started with, so.
So. So the guards down by Lord Asher, they are going to target Lord Asher and try to execute him on the spot.
You could use a reaction to actually defend him if you want.
So
Yeah.
let's see what's going to happen. He is led by a regular toughened individual with 4 others. So that is going to be 6 dice total. But what I will do is I will roll I'll roll my first particular skill first. No, it's not considered a helping, is it? Because that means that if he doesn't roll, the first 2 dice don't hit, none of the other ones hit. That's not the way that works.
It is the way it works.
Yeah, actually, yes.
Is that the way it actually...
I don't think so. I think you're right.
No.
Because they're considered like distracting the target.
Yes,
Not just one
it's
strike.
because squads are a little bit different. The helping or assisting characters, they have their different target numbers, but you all add up all your successes. It's like a cooperative role, yeah, a little bit, but different, of course.
Because I don't think you're correct when it says that they have to use their own roll versus theirs.
Oh, they do. If you get support by people with, for example, a target number of 6 without any skill or so, and you yourself have a target number of 18, they don't get upgraded to 18.
Because I agree that works the way for player characters, but for a mob, I don't think that's the case. I'm just going to double check here now.
No, a mob always has the same target number, but a squad has a target with a different skill probably. And that was a bit different.
Because that just makes it way too complicated to keep track of. And that's not the way it's meant to go. I'm just going to get the actual book here now, and I'm going to read it right out just to make sure. Because that's the very first time tonight I've heard someone actually say that. And
actually, this is since Mutant Chronicles that way. Maybe they changed it, but I don't think so.
Page 306.
309.
So the left-hand column, the second paragraph from the top. Actually, the very last paragraph.
When a group takes an action requiring a test to nominate a single creature within the group, in the case of a squad, it will always be the leader. To lead the action, this creature is the taking action for all intents and purposes. Each creature not leading the action contributes a single d20 to the test using their own attributes and skills, effectively assisting the nominated creature's actions. In the case of a mob, all creatures... Okay.
Yeah, so Frank's right.
Yep. Seems like it slows stuff down. But fair enough. So I'm going to roll theirs first. Which is going to be...
Good catch, Frank. I would have thought the other way around.
It's since Mutant Chronicles, because I started with Mutant Chronicles. I didn't think about that being any different.
I mean, you're right. It doesn't make sense that the other individuals, the minions get upgraded. It is just a little more cumbersome to run a squad than as a DM.
In online games, I usually count the first 2 dice for the toughened and the additional ones for the minions.
Right, yeah, you just got to find out what their target numbers are.
Manual calculation.
Yep. Okay, so here's the first here's the minions rolls. Oh, they're supposed to get 4 more. So I'll roll twice. So they got 0 successes, plus a complication, so I'm going to lose Doom. And here is the leaders, and he gets 2. And he got 1 success, so they do hit. Lord Asher is not...
Unless Regan wants to protect.
Yeah, you need to spend a Doom because it's a reaction, and you need, if you want to interfere, have a D2 difficulty to actually parry this.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump in.
You're quite the heroic one, aren't you?
Okay, so you're going to spend the doom to do that, correct?
For a man
Yeah.
we don't even know.
Well, he
But-
seems important, so.
And she has a thing for elder men, you know.
Hey, I would do Peter O'Toole.
Okay, so they have a difficulty. You have to get at least one success to tie it.
On a
Your-
parry, right?
On a parry, yep.
It's two successes. If you interfere, it's two, a D2.
Oh, sorry, that's right, D2.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah.
All right. Ooh, can I use the? Are these momentum?
They're there. Yeah.
They're there,
Do
yeah.
I really want to use that for this old guy? Actually, really, he would die of natural causes anyway. Probably tomorrow.
Yeah.
Didn't we need to talk to this guy?
Yeah, talk is cheap.
Oh, matters of the heart, Elric. Matters of the
Here's
heart.
what you need there, Regan.
All right. So I'll use one momentum
All right,
to add extra dice.
no problem.
I will.
Nicely done.
So you need it. It was a D2, so you got 2 successes, and he had 1, so you tied. And I am going to spend the doom to break the tie.
Oh, you man.
And I will roll the damage.
Although you did say you didn't expect him to live this long.
Yeah. By the hell, he's not going to live. So I will roll the damage. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is enough to bring him to cause a wound. He has no armor. And Lord Asher goes down on the end of a pig spit.
Oh.
Wait. No, he's gone. Okay, let's subtract him. Damn it. I was so curious what he has to do with constituents.
Okay. So that was their action. Who would like to go next? Now it's probably Alric who would like to go, right?
Yeah, finally. So the situation changed dramatically. Oh, well. Yeah, quite as much as I would have liked it to be. I'm still in hiding. Am I in the same zone as the guys on the stage, or do I need to move into
You would need to move into the zone.
Okay.
It looks like you might be able to get above them.
I'm going to consider, if that's the case, I'm going to, yeah, because I would consider that a second zone. Because it's a level up.
But you can go under the stage, can't you?
Yeah. I was thinking about that. Keeping stealth and moving under the stage. Yeah, you know what? I do have my clay pot grenades. They are actually they won't do any damage. All right. Yeah, I think time for being subtle is over. How many are there? There are four guards plus a toughened one. Yes.
Yes, correct.
Can I do that? I can do that. All right. So they are at medium range for me currently. So yeah. yeah, stepping up right on the stage,
Okay.
shouting at them, it's a shame how you are treating honored citizens here. Now you will die. And I throw my throwing knives at them.
Very well then.
How can I move myself here?
Just
And
drag
not
yourself. There you go. Yep.
Okay. And targeting is control click, I think.
Yep. I already did it for you, but that's fine.
Okay. So I already targeted them. Okay. We still have one momentum left, I think.
We do. Yep.
Yep.
Okay, then I'll use that one for an additional die for the attack.
Okay.
And I use my throwing knives and hope for the best. Where is it? Here. So, yeah, that's a hit with 2 momentum, which I really like. So then.
Okay, so I should have. They can't respond. They can't defend, can they? No. So
Yeah,
it's a
no,
hit.
There is good. So that's 6 dice of damage. Throwing knives. Let's see. I have it correctly. Yeah. Okay, that's that one. Why didn't it roll the damage bonus?
Because you're using up in the. You're not using the damages down below. You're using it up on top. I think.
I clicked in the damages. I clicked in the damages on the throwing knife.
Are you using it up in the attack square or down in the damages square in the bottom left
Down
hand?
in the damages square. Damages.
That doesn't automatically include.
Yeah, it doesn't add in the extra 3 dice, so you got to make it. You can't do 3d6 plus whatever. It's got to be 6d6.
Oh, okay.
It's the drawback of this program.
Should I reroll that or should I
just double click it again. That's all.
Okay.
Because you already got 4 damage done now.
Okay, let's do it. All right, that's 1, 2. Yeah, that's only 6 points of damage. Yeah. I don't think I like it that way. I might actually enhance that a bit. Let me see. By using my Death Dealer ability. Oh no, that's the assassin ability. Yeah, of course. I spent 2 momentum to count every die as an effect. So that would be my 2 momentum I generated, and that would be actually 12 points of damage.
Actually, what that does, it changes all your dice into 5s and 6s.
Yes.
So what that does, it makes everything, make everything 6 points.
Let me see. Oh, damn it! Yeah, you're absolutely right. So yeah, well, that's wasted momentum. But anyway. So 6 points of damage. They are only hurt.
So you spent 2 momentum of your personal momentum, right?
Yeah, I said it. I probably I didn't look at the actual thing. If it would be unforgiving or so, with a normal dagger, it would be better, of course. But of course, I was stupid. Okay, so the next one would be spending a fortune for another action.
Okay, so you did 6. First of all, you did 6 points of damage, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so they have armor in the same spot, and they also have shields.
Okay.
They have an armor soak of 2, and they have a shield of 2. So I'm going to roll 2d6 for them.
All right.
So they actually soak 3 points of damage.
Okay, so they get 3 points of damage.
To one of the minions.
To one of the minions, yes. And then, of course, I spent a fortune point for another standard action. We don't have any momentum left, so I would say take 3 doom.
Nice.
So, yeah, attacking again, of course, with the throwing knives.
All right, so I'll take the 3 doom.
Okay, so let's see how that turns out. That's a bit better.
D2?
That's a success with 5 momentum. Okay.
Is this a D2 attack or a D1?
No, it's I spent a fortune point to
Yeah.
have a D1 attack.
Thank you. Good.
So and let me actually change the damage code in the throwing knife. So now it should roll the 6.
Yes. Yeah, it should.
So so again, there's a throwing knife damage coming in. That looks like 6 points. Yes, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, 6 points. So I spent 1 for, of course, 1 for piercing.
Okay, so click off your momentum as you're spending it.
Okay, so 1 momentum for piercing. I still have 4 momentum left.
You use your personal, use the momentum in the middle.
Damn it, I should. I only spent 1 momentum actually.
Yeah, no, what I did, you're using the wrong one. Use the momentum in the center.
I see. You entered it. Oh yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So 4 momentum left.
So you have piercing.
To add piercing, so that's piercing 2 for that one. They have shields, so I spent 1 for piercing 4.
All right.
Anyway, so
okay.
Double click again. I still have 3 momentum left.
Yep.
So piercing 4. It was 6 points. Piercing 4. Spending 2 momentum to single out the leader of the squad.
Okay.
And I still have 1 momentum left. And I actually like to make good use of that one too.
So you did 6 points of damage, and you had piercing 4. So all the damage gets through.
Yep.
And that is enough to.
On the leader of this squad, of course.
Yeah, but the first one wasn't. The first one was against a minion, right?
The first one was only a minion. The second one was the leader singled out.
Okay, so you did 6 points of damage to him, so that's enough to cause a wound.
Yep.
Can he sacrifice his shield?
He can. But will he? You know something? He will.
Okay, he still gets his vigor loss, of course,
yes.
but he doesn't get a wound.
That's correct, yep.
Okay, and, well, the last point will get away anyway, so... Oh yeah, no, I cannot do that. I have already acted. Too bad. I take the last one to get an additional moral soak die for the next round.
All right. So you're taking the momentum out of the pool?
Oh wait, yes, wait. Yeah, no.
You're not going to use it.
Yeah, the momentum should be empty. Yeah,
yeah,
I didn't
it is.
Put any in the pool.
Okay then. So the wait action on the guards was anything that moves towards them. So I figured I'll let you go through with the attack. So because of that, they just executed one individual.
We don't really know who because we can't see.
Yep.
So I'm looking for the wow. Okay. For some reason, I don't know why, but it seems that my order is always changing.
Yeah, it looks a little bit random. I think Gaussian Guard 1 didn't act yet, but everyone else did act, I think.
No, the one in the guard down in front of
Yeah, the guard.
Gaius is not gone yet either.
No, they appeared this round. They don't have an action this round.
Ah,
Gaius is 4, 5, 6.
Did the guard before Septimus actually act?
no, they haven't
No,
done anything
they
yet.
haven't done anything yet.
So they are the last ones.
All right, so these guys are now going to go. And they are all out and out going to attack Septimus.
Which I will defend.
So that will cost you no
Doom.
no doom. There's 4 of them, so they will roll 4 dice. They have a...
I do not have guard, so if they can get inside my guard with a shorter weapon, they could.
Which they don't. Actually, they're going to shield rush you. They're going to use their shields and bash you.
Ah.
So they have a shield is a reach 2 or 1?
2.
All right.
So it doesn't provide them any benefit.
No.
I've got to reach 2 as well. Well, they want to knock me down again, don't they?
They do.
It's no fun being down on the ground, man. You got to use those. Got to use your minor action to get your ass up again. Ooh.
So they have 3 successes.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and give you 1 doom for an extra dice.
Okay.
Bugger.
So, and look at that. You have a 20, and I am taking away your guard.
I don't have guard.
Oh, you don't have it already. Make a acrobatics roll to stay on your feet, or be knocked down again.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, sweet.
So they bum rush me and end up knocking me down before they even touch me.
Their anger for you killing their leader so quickly. So I'm gonna bring up the combat tracker here now. And I'm gonna find Septimus, and you are knocked down. And I am going to get you to, instead of making another taking doom, I am going to make you roll a resistance to avoid being stunned. Now.
I do get to reroll one of those because I just picked up the hardy.
Then you can reroll all of those.
All which?
all dice that haven't been a success. That's how deep.
Oh, really? I thought it was just one, like all the
No,
other.
no, no. Those reroll talents are different.
May re-roll any dice that did not generate a success.
Oh man, I'm so glad I got that. Woohoo!
So you are not stunned, but you are knocked down.
On my ass again, twice in one fight.
Okay, so they hit you with 1 momentum, 1 success total. They are going to roll their damage. So they have...
Actually, don't they have 2 momentum?
No, you got 1 success on your parry, but not...
Right, I got 1 success, which didn't generate any momentum.
Yeah, when you went and defended, you rolled 1 success. They had 2 successes, so you brought
No,
their...
they had 3.
They had 3.
Oh.
They had an attack a success with 2 momentum. Yeah.
Wow, I guess... Okay, I was going to let you off with that one, but... All right, then. 2 it is.
I may as well dig the hole deeper.